Honestly, you guys, filming this video has been like the biggest hot mess express. I originally tried filming in here, and then I tried filming outside, and there were literally just too much bugs. My hair is just a frizz disaster. So a few disclaimers. I am filming this May TBR in a basement. So my camera is going to pick up a lot of sounds, like my dog just itching him. Yep, there he goes. And welcome to my channel. Go ahead and do that quick plug right now. What are you doing? Oh my gosh. No. Hopefully you guys got some good laughs out of that, because I just had to have my husband take the dog because I was like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to film. This is gonna take 2 hours if I have to keep pausing. But let's just restart. So my one audiobook right now that I'm currently listening to is The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager, or Sager, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. And I'm really liking it. It's rather long. It's, I think, about like 12-hour book, but it's really good. It's about this girl who went to a pretty upscale summer camp when she was younger, and 3 of her friends ended up going missing, and now she's back at the summer camp because the lady who owns the summer camp like asked her to come back for some reason. And I think it's gonna go in the direction of she's gonna try to figure out like what happened to the girls, but I don't know. It's been like 3 hours so far, which, as you guys know, if you're a fan of audiobooks, is not a super long time. But I haven't really gotten to any of like the meat of the story, but I mean, it's only the first quarter. So yeah, the rest of the thrillers are all tangible books. 4 of the 6 are brand new 2020 copyrights, came out relatively soon or relatively recently. And then the other 2 I've just been eyeing for quite some time. So I impulse bought them. Okay, so this morning on my book Instagram, I laid out all 6 of my books, and then I was like, you guys, please help me pick one to start first. If you don't follow my book Instagram, it is Heather's Book Review, just like my YouTube channel. Go and find me on there, please, because I love to chat with you guys on there. But I laid out all the books, and the one that was had the most votes was Little Secrets by Jennifer Hillier. This is the author of Jar of Hearts, and I'm super excited. I'm gonna switch to the side. This cover is just like really intriguing. I love the pink font, like against that black picture, and I'm so excited. So I just figured I would read the inside flaps of these books for you guys, and just so you can hear what the book's about if you're interested. This is the inside flap of Little Secrets, and I'll put timestamps in the description for when the other books start too, just in case you want to, like, you know, hop over to those ones, whatever you'd like. So this says, all it takes to unravel a life is one little secret. Marin had the perfect life. Married to her college sweetheart, she owns a chain of upscale hair salons, and Derek runs his own company. They're admired in their community and are a loving family, until their world falls apart the day their son Sebastian is taken. A year later, Marin is a shadow of herself. The FBI search has gone cold. The publicity has faded. She and her husband rarely speak. She hires a private investigator to pick up where the police left off, but instead of finding Sebastian, the PI learns that Derek is having an affair with a younger woman. That does stink. This discovery sparks Marin back to life. She's lost her son. She's not about to lose her husband too. Kenzie Lee is the opposite of Marin. She's an art student in her 20s, a barista who dreams of becoming Instagram famous. She's also broke and behind on her bills with crushing financial obligations. And she's Derek's mistress, with designs to be much more. To Marin, Kenzie is another enemy, but she's an enemy with a face, which means this is a problem Marin can fix permanently. Interesting. This gives me a little bit of like The Other Mrs. vibes by Mary Kubica, like just reading that inside flap. So I'm excited. Everybody on Instagram is like, this is so good. Right when you start it, like you're not gonna be able to put it down. So I'm gonna start this one first. I did want to mention that all of these 6 books that I'm gonna show you, I bought on Amazon. I buy so much stuff on Amazon, it's literally ridiculous. But all of these came on time, and it's just like easier for me to buy the books there. So I will put links down below for you too. This second book, which like, I I don't even know how some of these covers like have stuff on them already because I literally just unboxed them. I'm so excited for this, you guys. The second book that I'm going to be reading in the month of May is Pretty Things, a novel by Janelle Brown. I've been seeing this everywhere and like I am obsessed with just like the jewelry floating around and everything on this cover. It is so pretty. So here is the inside flap for Pretty Things. Two wildly different women, one a grifter, the other an heiress, are brought together by the scam of a lifetime and a page turner from the New York Times bestselling author of Watch Me Disappear, which I have not read, but if I like this book, I definitely am going to want to read that. Nina once bought into the idea that her fancy liberal arts degree would lead to a fulfilling career. When that dream crashed, she turned to stealing from rich kids in LA alongside her Irish boyfriend, Lachlan. Oh, I like that name. Nina learned from the best. Her mother was the original con artist, hustling to give her daughter a decent childhood despite their wayward life. But when her mom gets sick, Nina puts everything on the line to help her, even if it means running her most audacious, dangerous scam yet. Vanessa is a privileged young heiress who wanted to make her mark in the world. Instead, she becomes an Instagram influencer. Okay, that's so funny. These two books both mention, like the other one was Instagram famous, this one's an Instagram influencer. Oh my gosh. Traveling the globe, receiving free clothes and products, and posing for pictures in exotic locals. But behind the covetable facade is a life marked by tragedy. After a broken engagement, Vanessa retreats to her family's sprawling mountain estate, Stonehaven. Oop, here we go. You guys know these are kind of books that like a mansion of dark secrets, not just from Vanessa's past, but from that of a lost and troubled girl named Nina. That's the other girl. So I think this book like goes between these two girls back and forth, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see how their lives and paths kind of collide and what the heck ends up happening. Okay, so my next thriller number 3, also a 2020 release, is The New Husband by d.j.Palmer. Just because you love someone doesn't mean you know them. I feel like a lot of trends, at least a lot of the books like I've been reading, a lot of the thrillers are like domestic thrillers, and I feel like that's just a trend right now, but I'm not mad at it because I have been enjoying like all of the books that are following this path. But let's go ahead and read the inside of this flap so you can get an idea. What makes Simon Finch so perfect? And this is, I'll just show you this here because it's like all these little cute boxes with little check marks. He knows all her favorite foods, music, and movies. Her son adores him. He was there when she needed him most. He anticipates her every need, and he would never betray her like her first husband. The perfect husband. He checks all the boxes. The question is, why? Nina, interesting. That cover in Pretty Things, one of the girls' names is Nina. Nina Garrity learned the hard way that her missing husband, Glenn, had been leading a double life with another woman. But Glenn's gone, presumably drowned while fishing on his boat. That's a little suspicious. So she can't confront him about the affair or any of his other misdeeds. But a year and a half later, Nina finds love again and has hopes of putting her shattered life back together. Simon, a widower still grieving the death of his first wife, has found his dream girl in Nina. His charm and affections help break through to a heart hardened by betrayal. Nina's teenage son, Connor, embraces Simon as the father he wishes his dad could have been. But sometimes Nina's good, and this is interesting, it tells you to continue on the back flap, which I don't think I've ever read a book that like that before. It's usually all on the inside, and the inside front, I should say. All right, But sometimes Nina's good friends wonder if Simon is supremely devoted or dangerously possessive. How can Simon know Nina so well? Is she making another terrible mistake by falling in love? You will have to read it here. That sounds kind of weird that, so she thinks her ex-husband's dead. We don't know for sure. And then he definitely said his first wife was dead. So did he kill her? Is he crazy? Like, what's going on? I need to read it. And I need to figure out. Okay, so my fourth and final 2020 new release thriller. I have 2 more thrillers after this, but this is the last of the newer releases. I've been seeing all over Instagram, you guys, all over, have heard so many great things. And it is Long Bright River, a novel by Liz Moore. Guys, this is like a beast. a beast. How many pages is this? Oof, almost 500. Oh. Okay, this is like, I cannot wait to edit this and like watch it back and see the hot mess that like is actually this video. Like with this fluorescent light over me, and like I don't know. I'm having a good laugh. I hope you guys are having a good laugh because I am over here just like, should I have filmed today? All right, so the inside flap of Long Bright River is this. Two sisters travel the same streets, though their lives couldn't be more different. I like don't know how to stand, so you guys can like see the book. Then one of them goes missing. In a Philadelphia neighborhood rocked by the opioid crisis, two once inseparable sisters find themselves at odds. One, Casey, lives on the streets in the vice of addiction. The other, Mickey, is it Mickey? Yeah. Mickey walks those same blocks on her police beat. They don't speak anymore, and the police department has no idea of their connection. But Mickey never stops worrying about her sibling. Then Casey disappears suddenly at the same time the mysterious string of murders begins in Mickey's district, and Mickey panics over her sister's safety. Risking her job and maybe even the welfare of her 4-year-old son, Mickey becomes dangerously obsessed with finding the culprit and her sister before it's too late. Alternating the present-day mystery with the story of the sisters' childhood and adolescence, Liz Moore creates a work that is at once heart-pounding and heart-wrenching. Long Bright River combines the very best of crime fiction with the emotional intimacy of an unforgettable family drama. That's pretty much it. Wow. Interesting. I cannot think of like the last time I've read a book. Like I just said, I've been reading a lot of like domestic thrillers. I haven't read anything about like sisters, I feel like, in a long time. Maybe the closest thriller, gosh, I don't know why I can like literally ever say that word. It's my favorite genre. I've said it a billion times in my life. Why can I never say it? The last thriller that I've read that was like more of a family dynamic was probably The Family Upstairs by Lisa Jewell, which you guys know she's my favorite author right now. And that is a good book too, but I'm excited for this. It definitely sounds different than like what I've been reading, and I feel like if I do get in a reading slump, which I hopefully won't because all of these books seem amazing, but I have a feeling this one would get me out of that. Okay, so my next thriller, this is thriller number 5, is a book that I saw all over Instagram and a lot of people recommended it to me. It is not a 2020 release, but it is definitely not old. Let me see. Hold on. Well, let me just show you first. It is Tear Me Apart, a novel by j.t.ellison, and it says everyone has a dark side. And I'm a little nervous though, because I think that when I read the inside flap of this, it said it was like a continuation. This is copyright 2018. Well, it says the follow-up, so no, it's not. The follow-up to her critically acclaimed Lie to Me, which I have not read. Maybe that'll be my next audiobook when I'm done with The Last Time I Lied. The follow-up to her critically acclaimed Lie to Me, J.T. Ellison's Tear Me Apart, is the powerful story of a mother willing to do anything to protect her daughter, even as their carefully constructed world unravels around them. One moment will change their lives forever. Competitive skier Mindy Wright is a superstar in the making until a spectacular downhill crash threatens not just her racing career, but her life. During surgery, doctors discover she's suffering from a severe form of leukemia, and a stem cell transplant is her only hope. But when her parents are tested, a frightening truth emerges. Mindy is not their daughter. Who knows the answers? The race to save Mindy's life means unraveling years of lies. Was she accidentally switched at birth, or is there something more sinister at play? The search for the truth will tear a family apart, and someone is going to deadly extremes to protect the family's deepest secrets. Wow, this sounds really good. And I don't know, what do you guys call these? Like, what is like the word for these kind of pages? I don't know, but someone just asked me recently on Instagram. They were like, do you like these kind of pages? And I do. I love these. The entire Shatter Me series has, like the newer prints has these, and like I love them. I don't know. Do you guys like these? Let me know. Okay, so for my last thriller, which I'm a little hesitant because I've been let down by this author in the past, But I have a coworker who's super into thrillers too. We're constantly texting about them. And she recently read this and she was like, it's so freaking good. And I know a lot of you guys like it too. So I just went ahead and bought it. It is In a Dark, Dark Wood by Ruth Ware. If you're like, what the heck, why would you not want to get this? I was not a fan of The Woman in Cabin 10. That was a major letdown for me. So once that happens with me with an author, I'm like really hesitant to pick up something else because it's like I invested the time and it was hyped up, and I don't know, I'm sure you guys can relate. But I am excited to read this. This book has just, I've heard a lot of great things about it. So I am really excited, and I do really, really like this cover here. I believe this is a 2015 copyright. And is there an inside flap here? No. What is this about? Let me see. Okay, so unfortunately there is no inside flap for this, and the entire back of the book and the first pages of the inside are just all like other authors and publications singing its praises. So I'm not sure, but I will put the Goodreads link to this book in the description in case you want to click on that and see what it's about. But I'm guessing it has something to do about a dark wood using context clues. As always, if you have any audiobook recommendations, leave them in the comments below, please. And also let me know what you're reading this month. What are you reading? Have you read any of these books? Are you currently reading them? Are you excited? Let me know your thoughts, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.